Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this special bulletin. The box office numbers are in for Disney's Wish, and well, yeah, it's not looking so good. But anyway, I just got forced. I guess you could say I was forced. No, yeah, I was forced to watch this movie. Thanks to my lovely little special guest here, my executive producer, Lizard. How you doing?
Good.
This is your fault.
I didn't force you.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
You absolutely did. This was your idea.
Well, I just saw the commercials and I thought it would be a good movie. No.
And were you right?
No, I was not. I did not like the movie.
Now, what was it you said before we started recording? You forgot already.
No. Hello.
About as much as you can, about as forgetful as this movie was.
Today we're going to be talking about Wish, and I wish I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I said the lowest part of your day was watching Wish. The animation. So I went back and watched a few of the trailers and everything, and the animation really, it's definitely a different style of animation than what you might be used to, whether it's Encanto or Frozen. This is the same group of people that did Frozen. This is the same studio that did Frozen, Encanto, Disney Animation Studios, and whether it's the writing, the animation was okay. It's different. It is very different from anything you're used to. The story, the songs.
There were too many songs.
I thought the songs are rather forgetful.
Yeah.
And just, I don't know.
Encanto. Like, Encanto is like such a good movie. Like, all the songs are good, but in Wish, it's kind of trying to be like Encanto. But
the same studio that did Moana, another fantastic Disney movie.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to praise Disney where they're good. This movie was not good.
No.
The bad guy. What'd you think about the bad? So, my number one gripe with this entire movie.
It was confusing.
Very confusing because you have an entire town that worships the ground he walks on. They give up their wish to him for the opportunity to live in safety, but though he turns on a dime, goes from good guy, king, ruler, whatever, to evil, maniacal bad guy at the drop of a hat. Just like
because there were, quote unquote, too many questions being asked about the wishes. And then suddenly he just went to the book and
an evil book that pretty much possessed him
somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And then he opened it, and once he touched it, he just something happened in him that made him like want to destroy all the wishes and absorb them or something
to gain more power. But the transition from good, kind, loving ruler to evil, maniacal, benevolent, like just bad guy was
pretty fast.
It was very jarring as far from the transition. It didn't make any sense. Now I'll give the movie this. You can see the basic premise of the movie. Never give up on your wish. Never give up on your dreams, which is what Walt Disney always wanted. And I understand that, but the delivery of this movie, to say it fell flat would be a gross understatement of the obvious.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the character of the little baby lamb, I thought that was he was the funniest, the only thing going for this entire movie.
Yeah, and like one of the songs, which was the one in the forest, I forgot what it was called, but like the only part I didn't like about it was the star thing. Like,
the star reminded me from the little blue depression star from the Super Mario movie.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was a complete and total ripoff. Would you recommend this movie to anyone that wants to have a good time on the
No, I would not.
Now, there's a reason why I brought my executive producer onto this, because people will sit there and say, oh, it's a Disney cartoon, it's not for you. And I say, excuse my language, horseshit, because Disney has always been about everyone. It's always been for everyone, family, adults, children, everyone, because that's what Disney's message always was. Walt wanted everyone to feel involved, included everyone in his movies, in his stories, in his animation.
Yeah.
And throughout history, we've gotten Disney movies that are enjoyable for kids, but had more mature messages for adults and children alike. And so using that argument, it's a cartoon, it's not for you. Well, guess what?
There are some adult jokes.
You're fooling yourself. And I brought on a second opinion, a much younger opinion. So if
I
my
don't
executive,
like it. I do not ever want to watch it again.
Now, do you think my opinion of things is like pushing you in a certain direction to have opinions of this stuff?
No.
Are there things out there that I don't like that you love?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So anyway,
I am sure.
are there any positives on this movie? Honestly, like, be honest.
You know, maybe before
Oh.
the goat got a voice or something.
I thought the ghost's voice was another thing.
At the end of the movie, the goat said like they were 3 weeks old, and I was like, that deep of a voice and 3 weeks old?
That's the joke.
Huh?
That's the joke.
What?
No, that's obviously the joke. Alan Tudyk, he was the voice of King Candy as well in a much better Disney Pixar movie, Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
What else can we say about this movie? One thing I didn't understand in the opening sequence, the opening song, the character on the screen that I cannot remember her name, she's set up to become looks like there's a lot of references. The two main references I noticed, really the only references I noticed outside of When You Wish Upon a Star, is the bad guy king. He becomes essentially Mirror, Mirror on the Wall from Snow White.
Yeah. There's a lot of other Disney movie references, just like in
I think some of them are
Last Wish.
well,
but...
I watched one of them. I think it's a bit of a reach of some of the different scenes and everything. But the other one, the big one that stands out like a sore thumb,
Mirror, Mirror.
I'm not talking. No, not Mirror, Mirror. No, the fairy godmother.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the fairy godmother, like the character, the main protagonist, she looks to be setting up as the fairy godmother, which, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
I forgot what the fairy godmother looked like, so
I had to show a picture.
yeah. And I was like,
'Cause,
oh,
you know,
she
Cinderella.
does.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Complete with the full setup. As you can see, the character has the purple outfit and everything. But the main opening song has our main protagonist here. I can't remember Asha. I think her name's Asha.
Asha. Yeah, Asha.
She's singing to welcome all these people to the town on the island, and she's welcoming them in. And I don't understand why.
Why
There's
isn't
nothing.
the king doing it?
No, but why
Like
is
the
she
queen?
doing it? Why is she doing it? She's just a regular citizen. It's not like in Frozen
Yeah.
when the princesses are welcoming everyone in. You know,
Because, they're the princesses and all. But
They're the
like, why
princesses.
isn't
They're
the
the main
queen or the king?
I mean, she's welcoming everybody in simply because. Oh, why is she doing it? Because she's the main character. That's not a good enough reason.
Not a good enough reason.
One of the reasons that they gave the king for wanting to go on his little evil deeds was to make sure something doesn't happen again. And you barely know what that is. It shows a tapestry on the wall with he loses his mother and father because of some bandits.
I thought he just lost his belongings. I didn't know he lost his mom and dad.
Yeah, he lost his mom and dad again. But again,
Oh.
not much is explained in this movie. Like, why is he taking people's wishes? Why is he holding on to their wishes? What purpose does it serve? To have some sort of willing subservience from the citizens?
Yeah.
Like, there's hardly any explanation.
And
for
why won't you let them have their wish? Like, certain people, like, their wishes are, like, really simple. But you're like, oh, no, it could turn into something bad or something. Like, just give them their wish and see what happens. If something bad happens, then just make them move somewhere else or something. Like, don't let them live there. Like, if they turn bad, don't let them live like a little area or something, palace, something.
One of the main complaints that I have for modern Hollywood, modern storytelling is the show don't tell. There's so much exposition given, massive exposition dumps. This movie did not have either one. It didn't have a show and it didn't have a tell as far as the king's motivation. Magnifico. It had very little, if any, that I could remember, because it's a very forgetful movie, for any sort of explanation as to what his motivations were. Again, why was he holding on to the wishes? Why were people willingly giving up their wishes? Not a lot of this movie made sense.
And apparently, once they gave up their wishes, they forgot what their wish was and like everything like that. Like when they turned 18, they gave up their wish for some reason, and they forgot what their wish was and why they.
Maybe that's an allegory for when you become an adult, you give up on your dreams. Which again relates to the underlying message of the movie. And like I said, I will give this movie one thing and one thing only. The underlying message is never give up on your dreams, never give up on your wish. It's just the delivery was nonsense. Very poor, very, very poorly delivered. Not much explanation. This movie is yet one more unfortunate failure, especially at the box office, with a $200 million budget roughly, and it only made estimate of $20 million opening box office domestically. That is a catastrophic failure in a long list of failures from Disney animated studios and Pixar over the past years at the box office. I don't think this movie is going to have the legs that Elemental had, and with all the future projects, I believe it is Inside Out 2.
Did you watch?
Not looking forward to
Elemental?
that. I have not watched Elemental yet, but we're talking about Wish.
Okay, but Elemental's a good movie.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
Oh, we're gonna have to check that out. Maybe, who knows? Between now and next week, we'll have another animated review from myself and my executive producer. But that's all I got to say on this. You got anything else to say on this nonsense?
The only confusing part I had, well, it wasn't very confusing.
Only.
Not only. One of the parts was when the king was announcing who ratted out on Asha. Yeah, on
Mhm.
Asha. And I was like, it's gonna be one of the people that she was with in the kitchen. And I was right, because it's not that surprising. But
Well, the big dude, there wasn't really much of an explanation as to why he ratted her out.
yeah.
So,
Maybe so he could finally get his wish granted.
the explanation was, I believe it said he didn't want to forget who he was or something.
Hmm.
This movie didn't do a lot. Did not do a very good job of either showing the motivations of any of the characters or even telling what the motivations of the characters were. So all around, there's a reason why. There's multiple reasons why this movie bombed at the box office. One of which, not a lot of people have a lot of faith in Disney right now, and word of mouth is absolutely going to destroy this movie. So, yeah, that's all I got. What you got?
I really liked the goat, but like everything
Yeah,
else,
we already said that.
I don't care. The goat was amazing.
The goat was amazing.
The
So
goat.
don't go to see this just for the goat. Watch clips online. But
Yeah.
that's all we've got. Thank you for hanging out with us. Leave a like, leave a dislike. If you so choose, do all those nifty things YouTubers say. Good night. Well, we're going to be done. Good night.
Famous quote, my butt found it.
That's in the trailer.
I don't
Bye.
care.